So, my next two reviews are going to be on books that I read in school. One was required, the other one was for a project, a book report. Let me just say first that I hated reading before 7th grade. In 7th grade, I read 3 amazing books that totally changed my life and changed the way I look at books. Because I used to think books were just the devil. I hated books, I hated reading, and I'm so ashamed to say that now. But the book that changed everything, the book that made me think that, holy crap, books are freaking amazing, is Call of the Wild by Jack London, believe it or not, which was written in 1919 or something like that, the early teens. Let me check first. Oh, where is it? But written by Jack London. He died in like 1930 or something. 1916 was when he died. Call of the Wild was 1903. So why did I choose this book in class for a book report? It had a picture of a dog on it, and it was small. This is how big the book is. Right here, like a little over 100 pages, I think. Maybe under 100 pages, actually. Yeah, it's under 100 pages. Like 90 or 80 or something. But I read it because it had a dog on the cover. And you see, this book is about a dog named Buck. And Buck is a working dog. His master makes him work on I forget what kind of work he does. I think steel work or, pulling things. And he's abused, obviously, as you can tell, by that. And he runs away, and he runs to the wild. And he joins a wolf pack and learns what it really means to have a family and to learn from the call of the wild, basically. And this book was so amazing for me because, one, it was short, obviously, and I hated reading long books. And another thing that I loved about it was the fact that it was told through the dog's perspective, which was one thing I've never seen in my entire life before. I loved that. That was like the best thing ever in this book. I was like learning from the dog Buck, like his eyes, and it just inspired me to read more books. And I actually wrote a short story about wolves that ends incredibly abruptly, and I hated that I ended it so abruptly. It was because it was for a project, and I procrastinated till the end, and basically I summed up the ending in 2 paragraphs. I was like, yeah, so this happens, this happened, this happened, then it's over. And I hated myself for doing that. That was this year too. Jeez. But anyway, Call of the Wild by Jack London is amazing, and it's only 100 pages or so. And the other book in this is White Fang, which I have not read, so I can't review that. But it's kind of the same thing, I think, my friend told me. But that's the first book. The second book that I absolutely loved was the first book I read in high school, To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Now, one reason I love this book so much is because of my teacher. I had the best English teacher in the whole entire world, and I was like the only person that thought so. Because everyone else, well, except for a few other people in my class, hated her. And I cannot understand why. I mean, she was one of the teachers that, if you're a good student and you pay attention and you're nice, she will love you. But if you are one of those talking jerks in class, she will become a dragon and frickin' torture your ass. But she was such a sweet person, and I loved her. She was my favorite English teacher ever. And this was the first book we read. This book is about a girl named Scout, and it takes place in the 1960s, I believe, if I can remember. I read this in freshman year, so please excuse if I get a little bit mixed up or something. And it's all about segregation and how we see people, and like what it means to be human, really, because this book really opened my eyes to racism and love and compassion. It's about, well, there's this African American that is accused of raping this girl, and of course, since this is in the 50s or 60s, they never got a chance. If they got convicted of that crime, they lose automatically, even though they didn't commit it. And I thought that was one of the saddest things. That was so sad. I think I cried at the end, because it was just, oh my god. And Atticus Finch is one of the best characters I've read in a book, along with Scout. They have great characters, actually. Another character in this book is Dill, and he is, Harper Lee has good ties with Truman Capote, who is another famous author, and Truman Capote influenced Dill, or wait, what am I trying to say? Like, Dill is based on Truman Capote, his character, and they were great friends, and this was made into a movie. I think this was also made into a movie too, Call of the Wild, and this starred Gregory Peck, right? I think that's what his name is. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think, yeah, it's Gregory Peck, and it was a highly successful movie, and it was really, really good. I love this book. If you have not read this book, read it, and if you read it in high school and you didn't really like it, read it again, because it really is a fabulous book, and I love it so much. So those are the 2 reviews for today. I am done for those 2, and I have 3 left. Yay. But I think I'm going to try to fit them all in one video, maybe. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.